Why are you still making money off of the clips from the show on my channel? I'm so offensive. You better take those off. Because now I certainly don't give you permission to use those, because why would I? You don't want to associate with the brand, so take them off. Stop making money off of them. And that's what these people do. They're absolute hypocrites. Also, MTR, I'm asking that you take down all videos of us together on your channel, because you don't want to be associated with my platform. So I'm giving you the opportunity to pull all clips, because I don't want to have to copyright strike you, but I'm appeasing to your wishes. And if you want to disrespectfully diss me on a video, then I will disrespectfully tell you that we will copyright strike you if you do not remove the videos.
Oh no!
You are watching the audio song. Enjoy.
If you got a problem with me, I don't really gotta care no more. Ooh.
What's good, everybody? If you're a first time viewer of my content and on this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're a first time watcher or a viewer or first time subscriber, if you've been watching me for a while, make sure you click the bell, because it might be personalized. Click the bell when you subscribe so you get all notifications to all of my content. So this video is going to be a little bit of a clarification on my personal stance with Pearly. Pearly just came out with a video concerning the Black Manosphere and MTR and all this other good stuff. I mean, she got in, right? And I also want to clarify my stance on Pearly as well, because not too long ago, probably almost a month ago, I made a video talking about how, like, people were trying to expose Pearly, and I wasn't surprised, right? But in that video, I also talk about, like, the Black Manosphere and, like, their particular stance with, like, certain content creators like Pearly, you know, when they invite these type of people into their spaces and expect something from them, right? And this is what I want to talk about in this video, right? Now, I want to make a disclaimer, you know, before somebody try and take my content out of context and stuff like that concerning the things that I'm about to say in this video, that I am not a Just Pearly's fan. I don't watch her content on a regular basis. I don't think I'm subscribed to her. If I am, I'm not going to unsubscribe. It is what it is. I don't watch her on a regular basis. I'm not somebody that's just gonna go out of my way to advocate for her, you know, like I'm on her team or something. But this woman went in, right? And I will admit that I have gotten to a point of certain content on social media to where I kind of forgot what Pearly is capable of. I remember watching SelectiveThings first, you know, go viral back in 2021. She used to be just this regular, casual white girl on TikTok, right? And people used to share her content. She would be like on the far right, right? And this isn't the first time that she's made comments concerning like race or black people, whatever the case is. Like, I remember one time, you know, this was when she first started to go viral. She used to be on the far left, or she used to be on the far right, or whatever the case is. And she would make comments and she would talk about like certain things. And I'm talking about like back to back. Like, she would just be A1 with her responses and comebacks. And I remember, you know, I never agreed intentionally or all the way with like some of the stuff that she has to say, that she had to say in some of these videos. But she was on point in some of them. I gave her props. You know, I liked the video, whatever the case is, kept it moving. But, you know, Black Manosphere content creators or Black Manosphere men, they started to see this content from her, and they was like, this is the person that we need in our spaces. This is the one that we need to advocate for us. And when I watched this video, this video that we're about to discuss and go over, mind you, it's a 40-minute video. Okay, so I'll have the video link, the full video link in the description box below. We can't go over the whole video, okay? But I will only go over what I feel like, you know, was necessary to discuss, and just basically give you a summary over the basis of this video. Now, like I was saying before, you know, I never always agree with some of the stuff that she's had to say. But there was some time, you know, there will be times here and there where she would make good points. I would like it, respect it, keep it moving. Now, as a content creator, I can respect JustPearlyThings platform. As me as an individual, her platform and what she deals with and go for just isn't my taste. Okay? But I'm not going to knock the other person or knock people who create that flavor, you know, or that type of content just because I don't personally like it. Now, concerning the basis of a video that I made concerning her being racist, I can only base on her actions and her ideologies. Now, like I've said in the video before, she comes off as like a regular average white girl. And it is what it is, right? But at the same time, what must be understood is like you can see or you can identify ignorance when you see it, right? So with the Nick Fuentes video, she talks about how like the Roots movie, or there are certain things in the media or certain things out there that make slavery worse off, or seem like it's worse off than what it already was historically. That's not really a comment that you can try and defend, because it just shows a level of ignorance, because the things that we were taught concerning slavery, Roots was not even the surface for what some of the horrors of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Anyways, we're not going to deal with all of that in this video. You know, you have your own perspectives and stuff. We can talk about that in the comments below as well. But what I will say is that I do respect Pearly for standing her ground in this video. In this video really made me remember like when I used to first see Pearly pop up on my TikToks and stuff like that, how she back to back, like the comebacks just going in, right? Now, I've made videos where I have supported ideologies from Pearly, and I've also made videos where I have disagreed. Matter of fact, one of the videos was with her in MTR, and we're going to talk about that relation and their, you know, and she goes in. I'm talking about she went in on Mr. MTR. All right, let's go through, you know, for a little bit of what I personally got from this video, and just to give you from my perspective the summary of this 40-minute plus video. Now, before people try and come at me sideways, like I've already made videos concerning my stance on being like pro-black and stuff like that, so my viewpoints on other sets of people have very much, you know, it's a little calm. All right, it's kind of like that transition with Malcolm X in a way. All right, it's not like I'm all buddy and cool, but at the same time, you know, it's not that deep. I could be cool with other sets of people that don't look like me. It just is what it is. That doesn't take away from how much I love myself. That doesn't take away from my pride and my blackness. I have multiple videos, you know, talking about, you know, I don't have to even explain that. It is what it is. You take it how you want it. All right. But I won't backtrack on anything that I have said concerning like JustPearlyThings and her character, because I don't know. You know, I will say this. I don't know Just Pearly on a personal level, right? Only people who have worked with her on a consistent basis, people who actually know her, can attest to whether or not she is discriminative or derogative or mean or snobby or whatever the case is, right? One of her friends have came out though on TikTok and have said how fake she has been, all that type of stuff, but there could be two sides to that story. All right, so it is what it is. So, you know, you could be on whoever's side, right? In terms of Just Pearly character, it is what it is. As a content creator, I can appreciate the content here and there, even if there are certain things in the content that I disagree with. I did watch her interview with Andrew Tate. It was beautiful. It was well put together, all that type of stuff. So as a content creator, I can respect JustPearlyThings. As an individual, I don't know her, so I can't really say either or. Now, first she starts off talking about Abba and Preach and Fresh and Fit, and how, you know, their relationship, and she uses this as basically the foundation and the example of what she's going through and what it is when you're dealing with a content creator who deals with content in her, you know, field, and basically saying like how Abba and Preach basically said something about Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit felt disrespected, so they gave a response to Auburn Preach. Auburn Preach took a snippet of their outlash towards Auburn Preach, and basically what blew up was the outlash, but what didn't blow up was their response to the outlash, all that type of stuff. And so she basically goes on talking about how, like, in certain fields of social media, in certain arenas of social media, you're going to have content creators who are going to take things that you say and what you do out of context from 15, 30 second, maybe a couple of minutes of a clip out of a 2-hour clip.
Nobody cares about what's true because, 10 million people saw Myron freaking out, but nobody saw his explanation in a stream that gets 150,000 views. And that's the problem with the culture today is you can paint an entire narrative about somebody and it not be true. It wasn't like Myron insulted his wife out of thin air.
She proceeds to go on to talk about how, like, people take clips. Okay, I already said that. Got that in my notes. She goes on to talk about how, like, especially with, like, Nick Fuentes and the jokes that he was making and stuff like that. Now, I do have my own personal perspectives on this, but, Nick Fuentes talks about, like, CP time, right? And basically, Pearly was talking about how, like, one of her producers was late because he was on African time. And basically Fuentes, making jokes and stuff like that as well, because he was talking about he was late, but, Pearly was talking about, like, her producer was late, and then Nick Fuentes says something like, oh yeah, because he's black.
Okay, Blessing was more late African.
Well, he's black.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a hard time. I don't mean
right? But, she talks about in the video how, like, they didn't show the whole clip where basically he said that he was just joking. He's giving him a hard time. Now, us as black people, we understand that they try to play off certain jokes, and we've experienced this where somebody of another race will make a racial joke and it makes us uncomfortable, and they see it makes us uncomfortable or it makes us a little uneasy, and they'll say, oh, I'm just kidding with you, I'm just joking with you, right? Making ignorant jokes. So you can see how we feel about that, right? I think most of us may have already seen the clip, and the reason why we just focus more so on the joke than just him saying he's just kidding is because he might not be kidding. So I'm not going to go out of my way to even try and defend him. It's what it is. This is when we get into MTR, right? The main event of the evening. She talks about how, like, her and MTR, they went to Miami. Now, I haven't seen these videos yet, but, they were interviewing people, going around Miami, interviewing people. They were at the Miami beach, having a good time. She talks about how, like, MTR met her sister and all this other type of stuff, and they was having a great time. He basically has somewhat of a close relationship with Miss Pearly, right? So me personally, like, I thought they were the best of friends. Like, the way that, if you see just their interviews and the way that they interacted on film, you could tell that there was a genuine connection there. So I thought it was a little shocking to see MTR make a video going up against Pearly, right? And so I like to observe things. So I sit back and I like to see how things play out, That's why I was never motivated to even make a video as well concerning, like, MTR. I'm just like, okay.
Hi.
Okay.
So then, right here, MTR claims that her platform is basically to benefit off of black people.
I think that your platform would be as big as what it is today if it wasn't for the essential utilization of black people, black relationship topics, and black talent.
But Pearly makes it very known that she's never made it known that she is a platform for black people. Like, she's never made it known that her platform is to specifically target, that type of demographic. She makes content, and within that content, she might talk about it here and there concerning black people, whatever the case is. But her main focus, her primary focus, is relationships and what goes on with modern day women and what goes on in the society concerning relationships and stuff like that.
I don't know how many times I have said this, and I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this. My platform is not a black platform. How could I have a platform about black issues if I talk about relationships?
And also, you know, I can't go into full depths of that because I don't personally watch Pearly, you know, content on a consistent basis, but I have watched enough to know, you know, that she does her thing. You know, as a content creator, I can respect her ambition, her hustle, all that type of stuff as a content creator. You know, like I said in the beginning, as an individual, I can't connect with it. It's just not my flavor. That's just me. Now, this is when she get in his ass. She goes on talking about how basically MTR no longer wants to associate with the Just Pearly brand. So Miss Pearly take it 2 notches up. Miss Pearly over here talking about, well, since you don't want to rock with my brand, I'm going to need you to take all them videos down, every last one of them, of you in my studio, using my mic, on my camera, on my show. I'm going to need you to take all those videos down, every last one of them. And if you don't, I was like, God damn.
Longer support or associate myself with the JustPearlyThings platform.
MTR, if you don't want to work with me, I fully support that. You don't want to associate with me, I fully support that. Why are you still making money off of the clips from the show on my channel? I'm so offensive. You better take those off. Because now I certainly don't give you permission to use those, because why would I? You don't want to associate with the brand, so take them off. Stop making money off of them. And that's what these people do. They're absolute hypocrites. I'll give you a chance. You can come if you admit you messed up, maybe we can repair this. No, not right now. Not right now. And that's what honestly all these reaction channels do. They just pull clips and like they're looking for it. And guys, you're going to start to see it after some point. Also, MTR, I'm asking that you take down all videos of us together on your channel because you don't want to be associated with my platform. So I'm giving you the opportunity to pull all clips because I don't want to have to copyright strike you, but I'm appeasing to your wishes. And if you want to disrespectfully diss me on a video, then I will disrespectfully tell you that we will copyright strike you if you do not remove the videos.
Oh, no.
What about legacy? Oh, no!
She said, fuck around and find out.
See, as you can see, the more you around, the more you're going to find out.
She said, mess around and find out. Okay, you want to mess with me? Oh, okay. She put the blicky in his face. He's like, okay, you want to mess with me? You better take every last one of them. Hey, look. She really got him by the... Okay. Yeah, that's not a... Yeah, let me not make that joke. I was going to say, he really got him by... Okay. Moving on. She goes on to say, basically, like, if you really felt bad for my staff, if you felt bad for the black people that work for me, the black people that I support on my platform, you should have reached out to them. You should have messaged them. You should have called them. You should have reached out to her to message them, to call them, to have conversations with them, to have interviews with them, let them know, ask them, like, do they feel comfortable in those type of environments? Do they feel safe? Are they good? But they didn't do that. They didn't hit them up on social media. They didn't try and, you know, make sure, like, there's nothing going on set. And so, to Just Pearly's defense, I gotta stand with her on this. I gotta agree with her on this. Is, you know, on social media, there's a thin line between respect and backstabbing. All right. And some people are willing to go off and listen to the crowd, listen to what people will take out of context. And me as a content creator, people have done this to me as well. Being somebody who is of controversial standing, controversial viewpoints and stuff like that, it's going to happen. I mean, do you see my setup? It's bound to happen. When I get bigger, people might say that I'm a part of some type of secret organization, or they think that I'm worshiping a certain entity, whatever the case is, and it's going to happen. But I love controversy. I love controversy because you can thrive off of controversy. She goes on talking about how basically MTR was also misquoting her or making up quotes that she has said, and she has texted MTR asking her if she has said these things, and if she did, name a time, name a place, show me, or bring to my knowledge of when I have said these type of things that have either made you uneasy or that have made you question my character, all this type of stuff, right? Her outro was beautiful, right? Before her outro, she talks about how she tells him once again, take down these videos. I'm talking about you remember the Denzel video, or the Denzel scene where he walks out of the restaurant and he goes to Idris and he go, bang!
One thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work. See, you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody. Where's my money? Red Top gave you the package. You're supposed to be handing me my money. Here's a jar right here, 20%.
Get the fuck out of here, Fred. Oh, what you gonna do? Shoot me in front of everybody? Huh? Come on.
That's what she's about to do to MTR. But she's giving him grace. She's like, I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to give you the sand clock. I'm going to give you some time to reevaluate yourself, to come correct. Like I said, I'm not a Just Pearly fan. I'm not somebody that keep up with her content. I don't, her content isn't in my taste. Whether I will want to be acquainted with her, whatever the case is, I don't really think about those type of things. But as a content creator, I can respect it. As a content creator, I can respect it. Now, one thing that she did not mention was the comment that her producer or her editor, Blessings, made about him having one nut, right? And of all the things that she went over and talked about concerning MTR, she did not mention that. So I don't know how long that video was, or like in terms of the dating when she made that joke, or when she laughed at the joke that he made. But, if she laughed at it, was it after they were cut off, or was this weeks before all of this went down? Like, when's the dating of this, right? I'm not somebody who condones laughing at some messed up stuff all the time, right? But like I said, I am a little petty, and I don't condone it. Like messed up, and I'm not a fan of MTR, but I watch his content consistently and all this type of stuff. But if you fell out with her, you talking about you can't rock with her and stuff like that, and then he brings up the joke, as like a petty remark, and she laughs. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Y'all, we can discuss this. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Watch this video. I highly recommend you watch the video of her talking about this 40 minutes, right? If you can't sit down for 40 minutes, and she's very articulates herself, everything. Beautiful background, beautiful quality, beautiful editing. As an editor and somebody who went to school for film, beautiful. To the nitty bitty, this was beautiful. This is my personal stance on Just Pearly Things. Like I said, I'm not a fan of her. I don't watch her on a consistent basis, but as a content creator, I can definitely respect her platform. I can respect, her coming out of her way to defend her platform. backtracking in a good manner, right? Gonna re-upload the Nick Fuentes video, and if anybody else got to say anything about it, she don't care. Standing 10 toes down, talking about how, you know, at first he was gonna be respectful because MTR didn't want his film or his scenes being uploaded with their series with the dating stuff, but she's standing 10 toes down, say I am going to upload them because, first off, they're my recordings. You see what beautiful. I love a little bit of petty. I am not going to front you. I love a little bit of pettiness, but it's rightfully so. Because in her defense, she says that, you know, she thought that we had some form of a friendship. And she thinking like, if you really had an issue with something that I've said or whatever the case is, you could have called me. We could have, you know, really had like some really good dialogue or conversation and stuff like that. And that's how I am as well. When I post stuff or when I make known of controversial topics and stuff, I can't tell you how many friends I have lost in the past 4 to 5 years because of controversial topics that I have brought up, because of controversial topics I chose to speak about, because of controversy that I've had between content creators and they wanted to fall out with me. So then people that were cool with me and cool with them, they decided to pick sides and stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. So it's a little touchy, right? So I can definitely understand where JustPearlyThings coming from on this type of standpoint, especially when she got receipts. This woman had receipts. So, like I said, I'm not taking no sides. I'm not you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking sides. I'm just observing. I'm enjoying the show. All right. And this show is only going to get better. All right. But let me know how you personally feel about this respectfully in the comment section below concerning the whole matters at hand. How did you personally feel about Just Pearly or MTR or anybody else in the Black manosphere? Or if you've already watched the video, what do you personally take from the video as well? If there was anything that I left out in the video that you also caught or that you want to pinpoint, stuff like that, let that be known in your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share this with a friend or two. Watch the videos after this video, right? Because I'm going to have some videos linked at the end of this video. And until next time, we out.
Long as I got good, black women and the squad, I got